The office clock ticked mercilessly toward 5 p.m., but Alex's heart was racing like it was midnight on New Year's Eve. He stood in the doorway of Emily's corner office, his tie slightly askew from a day of frantic emails and coffee spills. "Boss, gotta leave early today," he said, forcing a casual grin. "Got a date tonight." Emily, his sharp-witted superior with a reputation for turning failing projects into gold, froze mid-signature on a report. Her pen hovered, then dropped. Silence stretched between them like a taut wire. She reached into her desk drawer, pulled out a cigarette, something she only did when the world felt too heavy, and lit it with a flick of her lighter. The flame danced in her eyes, but she said nothing. That silence, that lit cigarette, said everything. Jealousy burned brighter than the ember at her lips. But how did we get here? Let's rewind, folks, because this story is about to pull at your heartstrings. If you're already hooked, smash that like button and subscribe for more tales of love, loss, and unexpected twists that remind us life's too short not to chase happiness. Alex Thompson hadn't always been the single dad juggling spreadsheets and soccer practices. 3 years ago, his world shattered when his wife, Sarah, lost her battle with cancer. She was the light in his life, the one who made their small apartment in the bustling city feel like a cozy haven. Left with their 6-year-old daughter, Lily, Alex threw himself into work at Apex Marketing, where he climbed from junior analyst to team lead under Emily's watchful eye. Emily Hargrove was a force, mid-30s, impeccably dressed, with a laugh that could disarm a boardroom full of skeptics. But beneath her polished exterior was a woman who'd sacrificed relationships for her career. Divorced young, she'd sworn off love, focusing instead on building an empire. Alex's dedication caught her attention early. He was reliable, creative, and kind in a way that made her office feel less lonely. It started innocently enough. Late nights on a big campaign, sharing takeout Chinese while brainstorming slogans. "You're a natural at this," Emily would say, her eyes lingering a second too long. Alex, still grieving, saw her as a mentor, nothing more. But Emily felt a spark. She admired how he balanced fatherhood with professionalism, rushing out for Lily's school events, yet always delivering top-notch work. "How do you do it all?" she'd ask over coffee. "One day at a time," he'd reply, his smile weary but genuine. Unbeknownst to him, those conversations chipped away at her walls. She started noticing the way his hair curled at the nape of his neck, how his laugh echoed in the empty office after hours. Jealousy? Not yet. But a quiet longing grew, like a seed in fertile soil. Lily was the heart of Alex's universe. A spitfire with her mother's curly hair and endless curiosity, she kept him grounded. Mornings were chaos, burnt toast, mismatched socks, and rushed drop-offs at school. "Daddy, when are you gonna find a new mommy?" she'd ask innocently one evening, as they built a fort out of couch cushions. Alex's chest tightened. "Someday, maybe," he'd say, hugging her close. Dating felt impossible. Who had time between deadlines and bedtime stories? But friends pushed him. "You deserve happiness, man," his buddy Mike insisted during a rare guys' night out. Sarah would want that. So, Alex downloaded a dating app, swiping half-heartedly until he matched with Jenna, a cheerful teacher with a love for hiking and bad puns. Their first chat flowed easily, and soon, a date was set, dinner at a cozy Italian place downtown. Meanwhile, at work, tension simmered. Emily assigned Alex to lead a high-stakes pitch for a major client, pairing them closely. Long hours meant shared victories and vulnerabilities. One rainy afternoon, as thunder rattled the windows, Alex opened up about Sarah. She loved storms, he said softly, staring at the downpour. Said they washed away the old to make room for the new. Emily listened, her hand brushing his accidentally as she passed him a file. Electricity shot through her. That night, alone in her sleek apartment, she poured a glass of wine and wondered why fate teased her with a man she couldn't have. He was her employee, a single dad, off limits. But emotions don't follow HR policies. The date approached like a storm cloud. Alex felt a mix of excitement and guilt. What if Lily doesn't like her? He confided in Emily during a team meeting break. She forced a smile. She'll love anyone who makes you happy. Inside, her stomach twisted. Why her? Why now? Jealousy crept in, disguised as concern. She started nitpicking his work, small things, like font choices in presentations, hoping to keep him longer at the office. Alex noticed but chalked it up to stress from the upcoming pitch. Everything okay, boss? He'd ask. Fine, she'd snap, then regret it. Her lit cigarettes became more frequent, a crutch for the turmoil she couldn't voice. The day of the date arrived. Alex had arranged for Lily's babysitter, packed her favorite snacks, and even practiced his dad jokes in the mirror. At work, the pitch went flawlessly, the client signed on the spot. Great job, team, Emily announced, but her eyes were on Alex. As the office emptied, he approached her door. Boss, gotta leave early. Got a date tonight. The words hung in the air. Emily's world tilted. A date? With whom? Her mind raced to Jenna, the woman he'd mentioned in passing. She wanted to say, don't go, or, what about us? But pride sealed her lips. Instead, she reached for the cigarette, the flame a barrier between her heart and the truth. Smoke curled upward as silence enveloped them. Alex shifted uncomfortably. Emily? You okay? She exhaled slowly, the lit end glowing like her unspoken feelings. Yeah. Have fun, she managed, her voice flat. Alex left, oblivious to the storm he'd unleashed. In the car, he called Lily. Excited for pizza night with Mrs. Ramirez? Yay! Bring me dessert from your date, Daddy. Her giggle eased his nerves. At the restaurant, Jenna waited, her smile warm and inviting. They talked for hours, about teaching kids, favorite books, and even Sarah. It sounds like she was amazing, Jenna said gently. Alex nodded, feeling a weight lift. For the first time in years, hope flickered. Back at the office, Emily paced, the cigarette but crushed in an ashtray. Jealousy burned hot, but beneath it was fear, fear of rejection, of vulnerability. She grabbed her coat and drove aimlessly, ending up at a park where she and her ex used to walk. Sitting on a bench, tears came unbidden. Why can't I just tell him, she whispered to the night. Memories flooded, her failed marriage, the promotions that filled the void but left her empty. Alex represented everything she craved, stability, kindness, family. But he was moving on without her. The next day, awkwardness hung over the office. Alex arrived with coffee for the team, including Emily's favorite latte. Thanks for letting me dip early, he said, sliding it onto her desk. She looked up, eyes rimmed with fatigue. How was it? The question slipped out sharper than intended. Alex beamed. Great, actually. Jenna's wonderful. Emily's heart sank, but she nodded. Good for you. Inside, resolve built. She couldn't let jealousy ruin their professional relationship, or worse, push him away. Challenges mounted. Lily met Jenna a week later, and while the little girl was polite, she clung to Alex. I miss Mommy, she confessed that night, tears soaking her pillow. Alex held her, doubting his choices. At work, Emily overheard a colleague gossiping about Alex's date, fueling her insecurity. During a late meeting, frustration boiled over. This slide is sloppy, Alex. Fix it, she barked. He stared, hurt. What's going on with you? Alone in the conference room, Emily broke. I'm sorry. It's just. I care about you. More than I should. The confession hung heavy. Alex's eyes widened. Emily. What followed was raw honesty. Emily admitted her feelings, the jealousy that had simmered into silence. "Seeing you happy with someone else, it hurts." Alex, stunned, revealed his own confusion. "I've admired you for so long, but I thought you saw me as just an employee." And with Lily. They talked for hours, unpacking grief, fears, and hopes. Emily shared her past, how success masked loneliness. Alex spoke of Sarah's last words, "Find love again, for you and Lily." By dawn, something shifted, not a fairy tale ending, but a beginning. Resolution came gradually. Alex and Jenna parted amicably, she sensed his heart was elsewhere. Emily took a risk, asking Alex out properly, no boss-employee dynamics in the way. Their first date was simple, a picnic with Lily, who warmed to Emily's stories and gentle humor. Challenges persisted, navigating office politics, blending lives, but they faced them together. Emily quit smoking, trading cigarettes for therapy sessions that helped her confront jealousy. Alex learned to balance love and fatherhood, with Lily thriving under their care. Months later, as Alex proposed under a stormy sky, Sarah's favorite weather, Emily said yes, tears mixing with rain. "You washed away my old fears," she whispered. Their wedding was small, with Lily as flower girl, symbolizing new beginnings. And that's the story, friends, a reminder that silence can scream louder than words, but honesty heals. Jealousy might light the fuse, but love extinguishes it. If this tale touched you, like and subscribe for more inspiring stories that prove second chances are worth the risk. Life's too short, chase your happiness, just like Alex and Emily did.